Hello. Okay. I'm heard. I'm audible. I think it wasn't working just now because it was being a little bit silly. Hello. Hello, everybody. Let me make it so you can also hear the music. So many things are all messed up today. Ato. There you go. Hello, everyone. I'm sorry, did anybody hear me say hello to everyone earlier? I'll say it again. Tenny's here. Hello, Spacey, Axolotl, Goody, Rue, Lam, Junk, Jelena. Hello, Jelena. Oh my god, there's so many people today. It's so fun to see all of you. Hello. For those of you who don't know, Jelena was the one who did one of the fan arts for me. They are drawing streamers. Let me show off some of their artwork so you can see just how amazing they are. Okay. Let me find it. It's in my folder. I actually do have a folder where I save everybody's art that they do of Tenny. Because I just like looking at it. Yeah. Here it is. This was done by Jelena. They did it when I came on, when we raided their stream. So please go check her out as well. They're a very pretty model. Yeah. The horns are amazing. The horns aren't really horns, but they look like horns and they look amazing. Please go and check them out. There's them. Okay. How's everybody doing today? It's the middle of the week. How are you all surviving? Are you all making it through? It's not too difficult, right? Is everyone still alright? Everyone still alive? Or have you found that I can't survive another 3 more days of the week? Hello, Freaky. Hi, Alistair. How are you guys? It's so fun to see all of you here today. Aw. Daisy, be nice to Freaky. You both said the same number of syllables. What? Cream pie? Oh. How's everybody? I'm Tenny. I'm doing alright. I'm still surviving. I'm been busy trying to get out more shorts and stuff, and I'm trying to get back into the VTuber design analysis with everybody. Ato. Let me just check some things. I realized we didn't put that that is Kurumia Lucian we're doing today. Okay. What flavor is it? Pie flavor! There will be some people too young here to understand what that is referencing. Do you get a lot of replies for design? I got a good amount. I'm gonna go through all of them slowly. And I still need to write the script for some of them. But thank you so much, Freaky, for sharing it. I got so many cute designs that I get to analyze and put up. I've just been taking care of some other shorts content, but rest assured, it is coming. I will be analyzing everyone's lovely design, making judgments on all of them. Design review. Yeah, I do shorts where I just analyze a VTuber's design and talk about the things I like about them and all the good points. Really, I'm not that critical. I might do one for you as well because your plushie's coming up. We'll see what happens. But how's everyone? Yesterday was my unluckiest day ever. It was if you've seen my Twitter posts, you know the things that I've nearly done yesterday. The things that I nearly did yesterday was a catastrophe. The day started off with me setting fire to some things. Okay, no, the day started off with me trying to do OBS and trying to get some shorts created. And OBS kept crashing on me for some reason. No idea why. No, sorry, not OBS, DaVinci. DaVinci kept crashing on me while I was trying to edit some shorts. And it was really annoying. But we got through that. Then the next thing that happened was I nearly set a place on fire. I nearly burnt down the dice making studio because apparently resin is flammable. Who knew? Who knew that resin catches fire when you put it near fire? Or rather, when you put fire near it. What's a little arson between friends? Cause when you put stuff in the mold and there's bubbles, one of the way to get rid of the bubbles in the mold is heat. So we have a little blowtorch. Oh well, a lighter, but it functions kind of like a blowtorch. And I thought I was keeping a good distance, so I lit the flame, waved it over the mold filled with resin, put the little lighter down, turned back to the mold, and as I was moving the lamp, I caught sight of a little fire. It was nearly invisible because it was under light. So I caught sight of this little flame, and I thought, is it me? Did I see fire, or is that just a little bit of a trick of the light? And I looked a bit closer, and I saw that the resin had caught on fire. It was literally sustaining a flame above it, and it was starting to bubble. And I'm just sitting there staring at this mold, wondering how do I put this out, because I didn't want it to burn the mold. I didn't want it to burn the resin onto the mold. I don't know. I had a wet piece of cloth, one of those wet what do you call it, sanitizer wipes that you have. I was holding it in my hand and I was debating, if I put this sanitizer wipe on it, will it douse out the flame, or will the entire wipe just catch on fire and burn down the entire studio? Hi Green, hi Zema. I'm talking about how I nearly committed arson yesterday. By accident. I swear, by accident. So I'm staring at this resin mold that's bubbling and on fire. And I just thought, okay, I'm gonna wait for it to try to go out. If it doesn't go out, then I have to put something on it. And the best thing I have is this wet wipe, which in hindsight, probably not the best idea because, you know, it's alcohol based. But I wasn't thinking at the time. So I was looking down at this burning mold. I was like, okay, I'm ready to put the wet wipe on it any second now if it doesn't go out. I'm too excited. Luckily, very, very luckily, it did go out in the end. It did manage to just resolve itself. So that was good. It's good that it didn't catch on fire and burn down the entire dice making studio. Now, that was the first fire I did of the day. There's a second fire that nearly happened. Because after that harrowing experience, I left the dice studio. I walked over to travel over to the place that I was gonna host my next D&D game at. And I thought, well, my players are gonna be on a ship. Why not I use the fog machine that we have? Now, I don't know how to work the fog machine, so I decided to test it out first. So I plugged it in, it charged, it spat out a little fog. I thought, oh great, okay, I'm gonna leave it plugged in so it can get a little bit more juice, and then I'm gonna go around and collect the things that I need to for today's D&D session. I did not know that you're not supposed to leave the fog machine plugged in because it can overheat and be really bad. Luckily, there were people playing magic near the fog machine, and one of them saw the fog machine spark white and sizzle. So they immediately unplugged it, and there was the smell of just burning, I guess burning phosphorus that was wafting in the air. We had to open all the windows around the area. We had to throw away the fog machine. And I felt really bad. But again, nobody told me it wasn't supposed to be plugged in. And it's probably better that it happened when it did, because if it had happened when I was using it during my game, I would have freaked out and not known what to do. Also, thank you, Mini, for becoming part of the bunker. Hello, hello. Welcome. Feel free to chat, feel free to lurk, but feel free to have a good time. I promise I don't always accidentally set things on fire. But yeah, you need to be looked after so no fire happens. I can't be trusted around electronics or resin or anything of that matter. I can't be around things. But yeah, we had to throw away the fog machine, and they had to send out a reminder. Please don't leave the fog machine plugged in if you're gonna use it. And safe to say, I have decided I'm never going to use it ever again. Thank you for the mini me. Fog machines usually do glycol, which is an industrial. We use vegetable oil for this one, if I'm not wrong. I don't know if that's the same thing, but it smelled terrible when it started sparking, and there was a distinct smell of smoke, and it was really hot to the touch. Someone nearly burnt their fingers touching it, which was really bad. I'm really sorry that I ruined the fog machine. Dry ice is a way to go. I feel like I would accidentally suffocate my players with dry ice. But again, and looking on the bright side, it's better that it happened when it did rather than in the room with my players, where I would be the only professional around who had to figure out what to do. I would have had to evacuate the room. So that was the second fire I nearly started in the day. Luckily, there's no third fire, but something else did happen. If you have seen any of my hand cams, which you will see later on, I'm gonna be doing plushie making. I just like to yap. You know that I wear a jade bangle around my wrists. You won't see it today because when I was role-playing, when I was hosting D&D, I was role-playing a very angry captain. And one of the players was challenging my authority, or rather the captain's authority. So I thought, that's a good time. I'm gonna stand up, I'm gonna slam my hands down on the table, and I'm gonna shout at them. It's gonna be great. So I got up, slammed my hands down on the table, realized I miscalculated where to hit, and I hit my phone. And you know, it fell to the floor, and I was like, oh no, did I just crack my phone? But I had to continue on like usual. I did my bit. The players started role-playing, and as they were role-playing, I bent down, picked up my phone, and went, phew, okay. It doesn't seem to be cracked at all. I think there's a little chip in the screen, but it's fine. There's a screen protector. That's great. Continue on with the DMing. As I continue on with being a game master, I look down to my left, and I see this little, like, rod on the ground, and I'm thinking like, what's that? Is that a prop piece or something? I reach down, I pick it up. It feels cold to the touch. I'm looking at it, not sure what it is. The room is a bit dark, so I can't really see its color. And then as I'm looking at it in my hand, I look down to my wrist, and I realize that the jade bangle that is usually there is no longer there. I'm holding a piece of my jade bangle that probably hit my phone when I slammed my hands down and shattered all over the floor. And I looked around and I started finding pieces. There were about, I think, five or four individual pieces I picked up to assemble my full jade bangle. In our superstition, if a jade anything suddenly breaks, there's a saying that it protected you from evil spirits, so it was meant to break at that time. But I don't think it protected me from anything when I slammed it down into my phone at high speed. Hello, Yeet, smoke bomb surprise. Strawberries! I love strawberries, but they're not my favorite berry. So yes, my jade bangle just shattered all over the place, and I picked up the pieces. I'm gonna see if there's a way I can repurpose it into something else. But it's bad because I've been wearing this jade bangle for years, and also it was passed down from one of my grandparents, and it's decently expensive. So I still have all the pieces. I have all the pieces of me. Do let's see, can I get it on screen to show you guys what it looks like now? I don't know if I took a picture of it and kept it here. Ah, I did. Okay, so this is what it looks like now. This is what has become of my my jade bangle. You need a bubble. I need a bubble. I need to be kept away from objects. I can't be around anything. You fool. I know. But it was really good role play. The players had a really good time. But you said jade, not emerald. It's still decently expensive jade because it's actually authenticated. So it was passed on from my grandparents down to me. I've been wearing it since I was a teen, I think, because you know you wear jade bangles and you usually don't take them off. They're there with you for life. So it's real jade. It's authenticated real jade, and it's from what I know, it's not so cheap to get these bangles nowadays. So I know you're judging me, chat. I can feel it all the way in the apocalypse. Yeah. It's not good. Is it some kind of demon following you? No, I think it's just genetic. I think it's just the way I've been born. I've always been really clumsy, but yesterday really took it out for a lot. I've seen Jay go for a good amount, yeah. It's a demon of not paying enough attention. I thought I was. I'm very clumsy. I've broken a lot of I've broken 2 lamps by accident. I've gotten glass in my eyelid. I keep bumping into things, so I usually have bruises on my legs because I don't know how to maneuver around things. I've spilled a lot of stuff. I've dropped my phone a lot, which is why I've gotten a phone with a purposefully better screen. Don't forget the ink incident. Yes, I once exploded ink on myself as well. That's why I have to be careful and pay attention. I always think I am. You don't understand. I think I am paying attention, but then apparently I'm not paying attention enough because things keep happening. I need an adult. I need to be kept in a padded room, and even then I think I will find a way to break the padded room. Don't be like Tenny. Go and I don't know. I don't know what I need to do. Maybe go and be cleansed by a monk or something. Yes. And now when I play D&D, I usually knock a lot of things off the table. I have a broken glass bowl covers 4 times in 4 months. That's one glass bowl cover a month. You know what, Sama? You should just do what I do. Don't surround yourself with glass. I try not to keep glass around me because if it's glass, it's gonna be broken. I've turned to acrylics and plastics to suffice. My cupboard, which is hope it's not glass. It's acrylic. It has to be acrylic. Yes, I can't be around glass. I can't be around things that are flammable. I can't even be around... Oh, I also broke 2 miniatures yesterday that were freshly painted. Not printed. They were freshly printed. And I put them in a bag. I brought them over to the place I was hosting D&D. I took them out. Both of them had broken off at their weak point. Like a force of nature. I don't think that's a good thing. It's more like nature is a force against me. Why do these things keep happening? I just want to be normal. I want to go a day without bumping into something or accidentally breaking something. It's a wonder I've managed to do plushies as well as I have without cutting off a finger or something. It's probably my autism and ADHD that makes me super careful. I'm fairly certain that I'm somewhere on the spectrum. I'm not diagnosed. I don't think I ever will be because it's a time and effort. I probably am someone undiagnosed on the spectrum. It's not done me any favors. Apparently, it's bad. It's bad. It's just bad. if if I ever go to a convention, whether I am a walking computer or the like, and you guys come and meet me, please wear like bubble suits. I think it's for your safety and my safety that everyone just be in padded protection. Getting a diagnosis, yeah, it is. Which is why I always say I have social anxiety as well. I'm fairly certain that I have some form of social anxiety because it has gotten really bad at times. But I always say I'm not professionally diagnosed because it's just too expensive, too much time, too much money, too much effort, and then the social stigma, not worth it. But yeah, it's junk. I don't think you should spawn any bombs near me. For all we know, I'm gonna blow up my bunker by accident. I'll knock over a support pillar and then everything's just gonna come crashing down. But yeah, that was my day yesterday of just terrible things happening. But D&D was really fun. Thank you, Simon, for the pep. D&D was really fun. My players really enjoyed themselves. I'll yap more about what happened. I know I regressed at one point, but started going forward again. Luckily, that's good. Or I'm two steps forward, one step back. As long as you're always moving forward, it's more than enough. Oh, I feel like I need a breath. I need a breather. I need a moment to just calm down from yesterday. All that survival over a bomb to implode everything down. I am the bomb. I am the one that's probably gonna make everything come crashing down. Because I have zero coordination at all. Okay. Let me... Before we start anything, let me prepare a few things to... because today we're gonna be doing some embroidery. But I wanted to get the colors a bit more right. So I have a little cross stitch thing on the side that I'm inserting the image into. And I'll be able to see the colors a bit clearer. Because I did go scavenging in the wasteland recently. And I decided to look for some colors that will be closer to what I'm trying to get. So I got those colors. Let me get the pattern out so I can see which colors are which. It might take a little bit for me to convert everything. But come Tenny. What is your clumsiest moment, guys? Thank you, Jump, for the pepper. What is the clumsiest moment that you have ever had in your life? Give me some stories to make me feel better about myself. Well, did you break your bones? Did you... That sounds awful. I'm not feeling better off the fact that you've broken bones. I want to get that clear. I just want to feel like I'm not alone in the clumsiness spectrum, of which I am on the high end of. Okay, let me edit this because I need to crop some stuff out. Yes, what's the worst thing you've ever experienced as a result of your own negligence or distraction? I was greasing crane cable and went inside to get a drink. Crane was lowered by a few inches before I came out. In the very top of my... Oh no! And it's heavy metal, isn't it, as well? Cranes. I assume it's actually like a full-sized crane that they're using for, you know, construction purposes. Is that the right word? I never fail to hit my stuff, I know. Is there? Pisses me off so much. Oh no. I'm sorry, Freaky and Spacey. I hope your heads are okay. Maybe you should start wearing helmets. A sign crate. Maybe you guys should start wearing helmets just to be really safe. I blacked out for a couple of days. Oh no, were you okay? In the end, or did you go to a hospital? I hope you did. Take care of yourself. A head injury is no joke. Especially if you're getting constant head injuries, even if they're small. Please take care of yourself. Your head is very precious. It contains your brain, which contains you, because in your whole personality is up there in your squishy brain. I assure you, I didn't die. A helmet. I mean, if you know, then there's nothing wrong with taking a bit of precaution, right? Just being super safe and secure. This is like why I don't have any glass around me, because I knew I will break it. I know I will break glass. It's just a fact of life. Okay, I got some stuff set up to the side. I was cooking. Oh wait, no. Probably jogging in the park. Then I tripped over a branch, but instead of bracing the fall, I resisted it and fell longer and harder. How do you fall longer? That's why. Was it on a hill? I need explanation, but I'm also hoping you're okay. Selma says I was cooking an egg. I wanted some pepper, and it was a twisty little thing. I twisted the wrong times, and all the pepper got in my egg and out the kitchen. Oh no! On the bright side, though, I heard pepper's really healthy. So, did you eat the egg? Did you still eat the egg, or was it lost cause to you? When I poked back, I was 10 meters away from the branch that tripped me. And you looked back. Oh no! Did you tumble? That's awful. Did you tumble forward and scrape? I imagine you had to scrape up your skin, or your skin was probably not in the best condition when you were out of that spiral. One time I wrecked a mini bike, skidded so hard on my arms, it turned the jacket into a vest. Oh, at least the jacket saved you. I hope it saved you. I resisted the fall, so I tried to save myself from falling by maybe propel further and harder. I don't think that's wrong though. I don't think it's wrong for your body to try and resist falling. Sometimes you can save yourself. But I do know how to practice fall. I used to take a bit of martial arts. So one of the first things they taught us to do was how to practice falling down. So there's a way to do it, and if you do it enough, you become a bit more inclined to fall that way. But it's very hard. It has to be a bit practice, and I'm not that good at it. Cat had a cartoon fall. I picked every little of those pepper grinds because I was too hungry to cook a new one. Oh, the pepper. Just add more salt. Just add more salt, and then you'll be over salted and over peppered, but they'll cancel each other out. Is salt actually the opposite of pepper? Because salty is the opposite of sweet, but pepper is not sweet. So what's the opposite of pepper? Oops. I knocked more things over off screen. Oh no. I need to be kept away from objects. They are my weakness. People say I look like that cat at the car. Oh no, there were witnesses. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that happened to you. I do feel less bad now, but I also feel really bad for chat. The absolute worst accident I've had a neon bulb pop in my hand and did violent things to it. Couldn't use my right hand for months. Oh, that sounds so painful. Especially the neon is filled with neon gas, right? Did that have any effect? Did it contribute to making it worse? I assume it did. Oh, don't mind me. I'm trying to set up everything now so that we can get to plushie making. It wasn't a live bulb. Okay. Better, still bad, but better. It's question mark better question mark. It was a crowded park. Did anybody come and help you, Junk? Did anybody come and be nice and help you out, which they should? Firstly, I'm gonna take my laptop from balancing on top of the needle boxes because I'm afraid that it's gonna fall over and knock over a multitude of things. So let's just hope it doesn't overheat today. Nope. Oh, bad people. They should have come and at least given you a bit of help pick you up or something. Okay. Can you hear me? Alright, I had to move the mic. I just jogged my way home in embarrassment. Oh, I'm so sorry that happened to you, Jung, but you got a good story out of it. Bright, looking on the bright side, I hope. Uh, hard to say, really hard to say. I'm gonna make the music. I'm gonna look for something a bit more cozy while we do our plushie making. I'm getting everything set up as I always have to do. You guys have such wild stories. I feel a little bit better now about just setting fire to random things. When I was little, I was helping my dad. He said to throw a nail for him. I threw it not high enough, and that nail went back at me. I hit my face, but thank God it wasn't. Oh no, I'm just imagining a little Semas. Just trying to help. Just trying to help out and be as helpful as possible. Just getting a straight nail to the face. Okay. Let's go with this music. Let's see if it's any good. It's just crackling ambience. That's not what I want. I want music. I really live by my clumsy and sloppy name. Oh no, you're not sloppy. You are cartoon brought to life. You bring entertainment to everyone else. I hope you weren't hurt. I hope all of you weren't hurt too badly. I know some of you really were. Like Spacey, your hand. I'm so sorry. Oh. Hang on. And also thank you for sharing your stories with me. I like listening to them even though I wish that you wouldn't have to go through those experiences. Okay. Let's switch the music. And we'll get started on the thing that we're actually trying to start on. Which I think all of you probably know by now what it is. Okay, this music's not bad. People always tell me to be careful or safe, and I always give the same answer never. It's probably better than what Tene says. Tene is always, I'm trying. I legitimately am trying. It just isn't working for me. I think I'm doing my best, but apparently my best is not so great. In hindsight, in retrospective. Bringing up some cloth materials. I'm getting everything I scavenged from the wasteland. Trying to get all of it out so that I don't need to search for it later. Yes, before we start as well today, today is the birthday of two very special people. It's the birthday of two very, very special people. One of them is, of course, my Oshi crony. It's his birthday. So please go and wish him a happy birthday. He's not streaming now. I think he's streaming tomorrow, which will be fun. But also, it's the birthday of Blanket. I hope I spelled that right. It's Blanket's birthday today as well. So please go and wish them a very, very happy birthday. Either on Twitter or whenever they're streaming. I don't think they're streaming now because we have very, very different time zones. Yeah. Well, Jung said, what's worse is I started at running time. So it made me feel so insecure for weeks that I didn't went to the park for a while. Oh no. I hope that means you did eventually go back, and that you did manage to keep running, and you don't let clumsiness get you down, cause I know what it's like, and it's embarrassing, but don't ever let it dampen your spark. Oh, day 1 and day 2 birth. Happy birthday, Tenny as well. Yeah, it's gonna be my birthday in a little bit, in a few days time. It's not yet. Somebody bought me a slice. One of my relatives actually, they bought me a slice of cake today, which was really nice. Celebrate a little bit early. So let me bring us to the sewing scene. There's Nabe, which was the last plushie that we did. But we're gonna move on now. If I can toggle everything off in time. Okay, let me see if... What do I need to do? Hello. Here I am. Oh, a little bit off screen. No. I'm sorry, it always takes a bit of time for me to set up sewing. Especially when we're doing a new plushie today. Who I'm sure you already know who it is because it's in the title. But we will be moving on to doing the very wonderful Lucian Chromia. I am trying to search for the crafting category. I think it's called makers. Makers and crafting, that's it. Okay. And let me change Nabe's picture. To be the correct picture. Okay. There we go. Uh-oh. It's because the filters are on. Forgot about that. Hang on, let me fix some things, or else she's gonna look nightmarish. Because there's a chroma key on her, and it shouldn't be. There we go. This is Lucian Chromia, also known as the Capitalist Vtuber. She is an amazing person. She gives tons of advice to other VTubers. She does games, she does reactions, she does all sorts of things. I really admire her reacting to spooky stuff. I want to do reactions to spooky stuff. But I'm gonna try and find somebody who can react to it with me because I'm a bit shy about reacting to it alone. Sheep are good, not biased. Yeah, she's a really amazing person. And you know, she's so resilient to go through. Like I know what she goes through. Because sometimes she'll post about it on Twitter about the troubles that she has with people. But she always keeps pushing forward, and I really admire her resilience. She's funny, her voice is really cute, and she's a singer. She's a really amazing singer as well. So, Kuromia Lucian. Please go and check her out. Let me shout her out if I spell her name correctly. Please go check her out. Some birthday a couple of weeks ago, I think, as well as everybody's birthday. And I really admire her because she always tries to help out other VTubers. She always has a lot of good advice for everybody. So I'm gonna adjust this a bit because it's very hard to reach this edge. So I'm gonna try to just shift it a little bit so it can reach that edge. It's unfortunately I have to do this for all plushies because I always try to put their eyes front and center. Sometimes their eyes are really big on the plushie. I'd rather get a good result than anything else. So yeah, we've raided Lulu a couple of times, and I don't know, she might be streaming tonight even, so if she is, we'll raid into her. But she's extremely nice, very friendly, got a good head on her shoulders, got good horns on her head. It's the horns, it's always the horns. The horns are what drew me to her, and they're what draw me to her now. I love those kind of it's hard to describe. I love those kind of spiral horns or segmented horns where you can see there's like segments that are sort of together until they form into this little point. And I always like those kinds of horns because they were the first ever kind of horns that I did when I started crafting and cosplaying. And I have them. I wonder could I show it off to you guys. Let me see, let me show them off to you guys. first set of horns I did, but they are one of my favorite sets of horns. They're a bit messy. Okay. I have them with me. They are a little bit messy because they've been in the bag for a bit. These are one of the sets of horns I've done. And you can see it's quite similar to how she does. These were meant to be bull horns. And they're covered in like chains and stuff and all sorts of things. A little bit hard to see. I'm really proud of these horns. And they do sit on the head. They're a bit painful to wear. Because I wasn't really thinking about comfort at the time. I don't know if you can see there's some gold running through it. I have another set of horns that can I find them? Let me see. Okay. I'm gonna show you guys the first ever set of horns I've done. It's really big. That's I'm not sure if you can see all of them because they are, if you compare it to my hand, it's about the size of my hand. This is the other side. It's really big, and it's cause they were, if you recognize this, these were from Cult of the Lamb. One of my first cosplays I ever did, or one of the first cosplays I did do. That it is my first, and I wanted to make these set of horns. They're made of paper mache. There's a little hook here that I hang stuff off so that stuff dangles off of them, and they're really heavy. I did not think about how they should be lightweight, so they're really heavy. If I wear these for long periods of time when I'm cosplaying, I have a headache after like 2 hours. But sacrifices must be made to look accurate. And this is a little crown. There's like symbols on it that isn't really very visible when it's worn. And I added flowers because I like flowers. Yeah, so I don't know if you can hear this if I knock on it. Hear that? You hear how absolutely rock solid this thing is. Actually hurts my ankles. Hello Karunari. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Feel free to chat, feel free to lurk, but just have a good time. Now these are really hard. They're solid. I can't, like you try to squeeze this, it doesn't budge at all. Because it's cardboard wrapped in layers of paper mache. Before I realized that you have to be comfortable while cosplaying, I forgot that that's a thing that should happen. But they came out really well. I'm still really proud. It's quite empty here. Yeah, not too much on the YouTube chats. Most chats on Twitch. Actually, I've forgotten to post up the Twitch link. Oh no, let me post it up for you right now. Thank you for reminding me. So yeah, I've always loved horns. I've always loved cosplaying characters with horns because I don't know. It's just really pretty. I really like horns. I like things you can dangle from horns. So of course I really like Lucian's design, or Lulu. Some people call her Lulu. I like her design because of the horns, how pretty it all is. We aren't actually doing her maid outfit, which is her most common outfit ever. We're actually gonna do her summer outfit because she already has a plushie that is in, I think, her maid outfit. And also one of her kimonos. So we're gonna focus on that. We're gonna try and make that happen. Right now I'm just doing the outline of things. Yeah, please go check her out. She's so funny. I am trying to learn from her. So you know, you switch me on. Oh, that's okay, Karu. We can just hang out here. You can still talk. You can still see people in chat. And they can see you talking through the stream avatars. But yeah, come and chat. I make Vtuber plushies for anybody who is new here. So today we are working on a Vtuber plushie for the lovely, I've said her name so many times, Kurumia Lucian. Actually, her name is really nice to say. There's a little rhythm to it. That's kind of catchy. So I'll be creating her plushie here and now. And of course, it always starts with the embroidery. Hi, IPNer. I just realized I'm subbed. Thank you for subbing whenever you did. Hello. How are you doing? While making VTuber plushies as always. That's good. I hope you enjoy being subbed. I hope this isn't a realization where you're like, oh no, I have to unsub now. How could I be subbed to Tene? Of all the people. Let's see. I think I want to bring this up a bit higher. So, because it's an outline, we can kind of go over it a little bit. We don't need to change it. Yeah, just a little bit sharper. How are you doing, nerd? Oh. Now, Karunari has someone to chat to in the YouTube chats as well. Today is just be a cozy day of embroidering. We're taking our time. It's not gonna be complete on stream because it's never gonna be complete on stream. I really enjoy it. I love embroidery. Thank you, nerd. Or how can I call it? IPA? I forget if you told me how you like to be called before. And if I've forgotten, please let me know. Oh, I like embroidery. I complain about it because it takes a long time, but I do love it. And you can see that I need to make this a little bit longer over here. And what I'll do is let me zoom in on her eyes here so you can see what I'm trying to do for her. Just zoom in on a single eye. Make that super big. So you can see that she has this sort of lash that comes down and goes up. It's not that far out actually, so maybe this is fine and I'll have to shorten this side here. Some part of me wishes I had a laser scanner thing where you can sort of project the image here and then you can copy it accordingly. But it doesn't really work as well because I still have to change the eye shape to fit on the plushie. And you know what? I enjoy making them just by looking at the eye. It allows me to make some changes here and there, see what is fit, and also it lets me look at the design really close up and I get to notice all of the tiny things, like how her eye is slit. You can see it's not a round pupil, it's a slit pupil, which I think is quite more common in goats and sheeps. And of course, like the fact that there are some red highlights in the whites of her eyes, because there's refraction, probably from her lashes, but it's really clever that she did that. Not a lot of people think of refraction when it comes to the eyes, and it really makes it stand out a little bit more. And the colors, they are beautiful. You, at first glance, you would think it's just purple, but then you see that there's actually this sort of firelight, warmth, orange and yellows that happen around here. And they look really beautiful. I just think that she's done a really great job with her design. She's gone through several designs, as most VTubers, as most VTubers have. But this one really suits her. I'm gonna pop this out a bit just so I can compare where this thing is. Alright, it is about the same. Maybe this part has to be taken in a little bit more. Yeah, this is the part that's a bit messed up. So what I'll do is I will just cut it away. Because this is an outline, we don't really care too much about it staying. There's a chance we will cut the entire thing away as well when we have completed more of the plushie. I just need it to be there as a guideline. And yeah, you see, as always, places where I have to redo stuff. There are talented embroiders out there who sort of know where everything needs to go. and once they've set a thread down, that's it for them. They never have to think about anything else. But I'm not one of the embroiders. I'm messy. I do a lot of trial and error. I'm just figuring things out along the way. But I promise I put all my love into the plushies. So I think I will do this a bit freehand, just so I can see both sides of the eyes a bit better. Okay, I see where this part is a little bit messed up. One of the reasons I'm doing a plushie for Lulu is because she has really taught me a lot about Vtubing. Her advice has been invaluable on many occasions, and she's just been really, really helpful to me. And I'm glad to have been able to speak to her, and glad to be able to make a plushie of her. Because, you know what? She works really hard. She deserves more plushies. That's my view anyway. So please do check her out. I think there is a high chance she will be streaming later, because sometimes she streams when I stream. So if that happens, please go and we'll rate her, of course. We'll rate her. Hang on, let me adjust the music a little bit. It is getting crackly. I don't know why that happens. I've adjusted so many settings to try and make it so that it's okay. But sometimes it just doesn't want to be okay. So I'm gonna start at a bit of a lower angle. Because this part here is not as thick as this part previously was. Don't do embroidery the way I do, by the way, because I'm very messy and trial and error with it. You probably should draw more guidelines, measure things out a little bit better. You know, be better than Tene. Be the Tene that Tene is too lazy to be. And I can't believe as well that we are starting a new plushie. I hear a little accent. Do you, Karu? People have said I have a little bit of an accent. I don't really hear it so much. I kind of thought I was a little bit devoid of an accent, especially when I'm not trying to have an accent. Well, you're probably kind of skippy. I need to go get myself sleep. Everyone be on their best behaviors. Thank you, Spacey. Good night, Spacey. Everyone, please wish Spacey a good night, a safe night where they can get some rest and be up for their working day. I can hear too. You hear a little accent from Tene? How would you describe my accent? Tene's voice is absolutely spacey. You're really sweet. Good night. Have a good night's rest, okay? Take care of yourself. Let's tie off this thread here. I think we are mostly done with the outline. So I'm just gonna leave it loose. It's not long enough to care about making into another thread. I'm gonna move myself a little bit closer. I've seen some people put their models over here. Does that feel strange? Does it feel better? Kinda sound like Malay. I can't speak Malay. I can barely speak English, to be honest. I can't speak any language. I am inept, as they say. Terribly, terribly inept. Okay, we're gonna put them back on the stand. Okay. A little bit loud. Can't believe we're working on a whole new plushie already. It's been, oh boy, it's been 5 months, and in those 5 months we've done 1, 2, 3, 4. We've done six new plushies. It's incredible, and I always feel a bit anxious starting a new plushie because there's always the thought of what the heck am I doing? What are you doing, Tenny? Making plushies for people? Making little toys for people to enjoy and cuddle and love and care for? What the heck? Thank you. Hello. Welcome to the bunker. Finicide? Is that how you pronounce it? Finicide. Please let me know if there's a way you like it to be pronounced. Also, welcome to the bunker. Feel free to lurk. Feel free to chat. Just long as you have fun, that's more than enough. Hang on, I'm looking for the right colors. I think this one, I just want to do the little, what do you call it? The eyelid? Get a bit of Asian. Do you now? I'm in the apocalypse. You know where this is before it was, this place was blasted in the war or in the fallout or in whatever apocalypse you think I am. Before the zombie outbreak, before the virus, before the robot uprising, whatever flavor of apocalypse you like to imagine it was. Go ahead. Oh, it's all magnetized. I'm sorry, this is gonna be quite common. You're gonna see me stick needles in people's heads for whenever I do embroidering or plushie making. Yeah, I can't believe it. It's been 6 whole plushies ago since we first started turning VTubers into plushies, and I'm so shocked. I'm so shocked. I'm so just mind blown that we've managed to come this far. That I've made so many plushies. I've sent off nearly just as many plushies. Some of them I'm still waiting on the delivery bases. Post offices and all that in the apocalypse to get them sent off. So they're still here with me. I'm still trying to figure out how to get them to their homes. But yeah, we've come so far, and I am nervous. I'm nervous. I'm shocked. I'm repeating myself. I know. I just can't convey how amazing it is to have come all the way up to this point where I'm about to open plushie commissions for next month. And if you like a plushie, please consider commissioning Tene for it. And I will make a plushie on stream. I will be a little bit busy because I've started packing up stuff to get ready to head over to a temporary new location for a little bit until I get things properly sorted in the bunker. So it might be a little bit touch and go for the first few months. First 1 or 2 months around here. But rest assured, when things are settled down, I will let you know as well. And it will be much easier for me to continue plushie making. Oops. So we're gonna keep it simple. We're just gonna try and do the little eyelid curl that she has. And if you actually look really closely, you can see that it sort of splits off into 2 slightly. It looks like a single line, but it does split off into 2. So if you ever wanted to make your own Lucian plushie, then you know now. You know all the little details, all the little secrets that are a part of it. And I'm sure she would love if more people are making plushies of her. I think any VTuber loves to be made plushies of, but I never want to assume. In case somebody doesn't want to have a plushie of themselves, then I will respect that. Alright. So it does start somewhere just around where her pupil is. So I'm going to start it probably about here. And I'll bring it out just a little bit because it's quite a thick eyelid. And then we're just gonna slowly do this because getting a curve is a bit hard. It'll be worth it when we have it done. So this is why the pencil markings also help. they create a very nice guideline for us that we can just sort of loosely follow. You don't need to follow it super closely. I wish I could. Would you guys like it if I got a microphone that could listen to me sewing and stitching and snipping? Would you like that kind of ASMR? I'm not very good at ASMR because I'm very chatty and I can't sit still for very long. I need to talk, I need to yap, I need to point out stuff to you guys. So I don't know if I could sit through a whole stream. I'm just silently stitching and sewing. I feel like it'd be too awkward and I'll get too scared. I don't know if you guys would like hearing that sort of thing. Do let me know. Okay, and it does overlap her lash a bit. I mean a little bit. So you guys can sort of see what I'm doing. And these are the tiny things you notice. Thank you for the meteorite, hello. So for example, the end of her eyelid and her eyelash here, they actually form this straight line. So I know where to end the eyelid roughly to follow the eyelash. It's a little bit of math, I guess you call it. Hello meteorite, how are you doing? How's everything? I'm just sewing. We're sewing our latest plushie, which is of course Lucian Kuromiya. I'll never get tired of saying her name. It's really fun to say. And she's amazing. Please go check her out. And but please stick around so we can see what the plushie of her becomes like. I'm looking at this now. I'm trying to figure out if I'm happy with the way it curves or whether I should start over and curve it a bit more. I'm a little bit torn. I think I'm gonna bring it out a bit more because I realized that it's still thin. Her eyelid is a bit thicker than that. So this is what the whole stream is gonna be. It's me sewing a line, looking at it, deciding, that's not correct, let's sew it again. Maybe I have a lot of mistakes as long as the plushie is good. I know it's good to just get stuff done. Sometimes you just have to let things go and, you know, just get it done so that things complete on time. But I'm always a bit more picky when it comes to like the eyes or the facial features, because I think that this is what defines most VTubers, right? Some of them are artists, or some of them have hired artists, and at least somebody, some human being has put so much effort into modeling or drawing out an eye. And you know, when people are emoting, the eyes are one of the most important things besides the mouth. And some of them have such beautiful eyes that they've put so much effort into. I wanna do it justice. I wanna give them eyes that they deserve. And I always think that this is what makes a VTuber look like a VTuber. Like, these could be anybody's eyes if they're not done correctly. So I have to capture her. It sounds really artsy fartsy, doesn't it? It sounds like I'm doing some high art. I'm not. But I cared a lot about my eyes when I was creating this model, when I was getting my artist to make this model. So I just want to put the same care that their artists or riggers or they themselves would have put into creating their eyes. Also, thank you, Karunari. That's a very sweet compliment. Thank you. I'm glad you find my voice cute and not... I always worry it's annoying because it's so high-pitched. I know some people find high-pitched voices annoying. I promise you, this is not fake. This is not fake. I wish it were. This is unfortunately my voice. That's what you're making. I'm making another plushie lamb. This time it's of Kuromiya Lucian. Let's see if we can make our guidelines a bit better so that it curves a bit more. Don't worry about the markings. It's pencil. It will fade out once I wash it off. Let me take a drink though. Let me take a little drink because my voice is a little bit parched. A big bottle of drink with me here today. I won't show it off because I'm not sponsored. but it's the first time I decided to get a big bottle of drink and just place it in my room. Because I didn't want to share it with anybody. Oh, she's live? Oh great, we'll raid her afterwards. Please do not go into a chat and tell her about this stream, because it's not a nice thing to do when a VTuber is streaming. I just want to say that in case anyone they think they're helping Tene by going to her stream and talking about it. Don't do that, okay? Don't talk about other VTubers in somebody else's chat. Cause she's got her own stream to worry about. And we'll raid her afterwards anyway. My voice is naturally tired, so when I talk to people, they think I'm not serious. Oh, I understand that. It's hard to be taken seriously when you have a voice like this. I'm sorry you have to go through that. But I hope you found people that do take you seriously. Does it sound more tired when you are tired? And I'm sure it's still a nice voice. Sometimes I think tired voices are quite nice sounding as well. Because you know, they're cozy. They sound really cozy. So, for those who are new, I tried to complete every plushie within a month. So because I'm starting this in the middle of the month, I'm hoping to complete it by the middle of June. Sometimes it can be a bit faster, sometimes it can be a bit slower. I'm gonna try my best. Because I really want to stick to a schedule of plushies. But yeah, I can be a bit slow. Just because I'm a perfectionist on the eyes at least. I'm not as much a perfectionist on the body. Oh, there's also something really important that I need to tell all of you. It's gonna sound a bit weird. This is an 18 plus stream, so it's I hope everyone's an adult. For Lucian Kuromiya's plushie, firstly, she has a very beautiful mom, but she is also quite curvaceous. Let me see if I can get a picture of her so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm not trying to be, perverse. I'm not trying to be perverse, but she's a very curvaceous model, and it's part of her design. Okay, we get that. Let me find her in the outfit that I want to make her in, and I'm gonna show what she looks like. And we're all going to look respectfully. Okay? Let me save image. I already speak, so my voice is a bit quiet. Is it strange to say that I like being around people who have quiet voices? Because sometimes loud voices kind of startle me a bit. I like quiet voices. But sometimes it's a bit difficult as well, because I have a bit of like hearing issues at times, so I can't understand if it's too soft. But I like talking to people who have soft voices because I think it's very sweet. When I'm tired, it all sounds the same. That's good though. That means nobody will ever know when you're tired, so you can go into a poker game. Use your voice for evil ? For your benefit. So people get confused. I see. You just tell people you're tired. Does that help? Okay. So this is the outfit that we're gonna be making for Lucian Kuromiya. It's a spring outfit that she told me she really likes, and she looks really beautiful. She has a few hairstyles of this, but I think we're gonna try to go with the long hairstyle. And as you can respectfully see, of course, she has a very beautiful model, a very curvaceous model, and I have mastered the art of there's a bomb. I've mastered the art of how do I say this? So, in order to create her outfit, I've mastered the art of plushie boobs. I have mastered the ability to give boobs to plushies. And I can't show it to you because I practiced this on a personal project that I gave to somebody, and it came out really well. I don't know how to say it without sounding like a perverse person, but the plushie boobs actually came out looking really good. So this plushie will have boobs on this plushie. And now I'm wondering whether I should offer this as part of my commissions. So she will be accurate. That much I can say. That's all I'm gonna say. You're not getting anything else out of me. She does know as well that this is happening. She knows that she's gonna be one of the first plushies that I make on stream with plushie boob technology. It's actually not as hard as you think. God, I don't know what I can say. I'm trying to avoid the that's what she said jokes about it, but also give you an educational view of how I worked out the geometric shapes to give a plushie chest definition. Because I did want it to be accurate. And I do think that the curves are somewhat part of her design. Basically, it's made of three separate pieces: the front and the sides, and it uses a very similar technique to how I do plushie butts, in which there's a little string that sort of creates the shape of the cleavage. I'm an adult. Why is this having so much trouble talking about this? Ugh. Just, it works, okay? The technology, we have the technology. It works. We are able to do it. You will see it in future. I expect everyone to be adults about it, including me. Although I don't know if I can be. I'm trying my best. Gonna change this so that shifts a bit. You're doing good, don't worry, thank you. I'm embarrassed. I'm a little bit embarrassed. Again, I don't want people to think I'm like a wilting flower that I'm like all innocent. I make perverse jokes with my friends. I can joke about like weird stuff with my friends. It's just that when it comes to streaming and a general audience, I get really shy about talking about it. Because you're talking about it in public to people. Emphasis on quiet. Because my voice so quiet is almost... That sounds like it'd be really nice for ASMR though. You would never have to, worry about accidentally talking too loudly and making people's ears hurt. Which is what I worry about sometimes. That I get too excited and my voice gets too loud and somebody's gonna have a terrible headache. Oh yeah. Nerds is same. I assume you also mean that you can joke with your friends about perverse stuff. You can be weird with your friends. But when it comes to talking to the public, it's a whole different ball game. You feel a bit shy. Yeah, I mean the way you're describing your voice, Kaoru, actually sounds very nice. I hope you do like your voice as well. The way you describe it sounds really, really sweet. Okay, let me see if I can achieve a bit of a curve with this. Somewhat. I think that's a bit better. The line of her eyelid does come down a bit far. It does fade a bit, so you're gonna see me redo this line like 3 times. But I am going to push it up a bit so it doesn't come down quite as far, to give the illusion that it ends a little bit earlier. You won't see everything happen on stream, by the way, for those who are new. You're not gonna see every single part of the plushie happen on stream because sometimes I want to use a sewing machine, or sometimes I just want to do some stuff off stream and relax with it there. But you will see at least some of the most important parts happening on stream, so don't worry too much. And this is not the first VTuber I've made on stream. We've made, I think, 6 at this point. 6 of whom I'm so very proud of. And I'm so glad we've managed to send at least 4 of them out to the people that they need to get out to. 2 of them are here because I'm having a hard time finding the delivery service for them. Because one of them has magnets, and I don't think I can send magnets through the normal post. So I'm looking for a delivery service that will allow me to send magnets overseas. I'm a boy with a bit of a girl voice, at least to me. Don't take this the wrong way. I don't see a problem with that. I think it's quite cute, you know? As long as you're happy with it. And I think it's a very nice thing. Hello, Mace! Hello! It has been a while. I'm doing okay. I'm making VTuber plushies now. How have you been doing? I can't remember if were you here by the time I was already doing VTuber plushies? I feel like there was a period where I didn't do VTuber plushies, and now I do VTuber plushies, and those times kind of blur together. Whoops. I'm gonna tighten this because it feels a bit loose. When you're doing embroidery, please get one of these hoops. I resisted getting a hoop for so long because I didn't think I needed it. But the moment I got it, everything became so much better because it adds so much tension. When you are embroidering, you want your fabric to be stretched so that it's everything you do is tightly woven instead of loose. I think I was around for the start of the last plushie you made. Was it for Nabe or Nita? I don't know. It's been five or 4 plushies since the last time. Come a long way. So how are you doing? How has your week been? We're in the middle of the week, aren't you? What does your voice sound like? We've been talking a bit about voices. What do you think about your voice? If you had to describe it to us, what would you describe it as? Okay, I think this is fine because what I'm going to do later on is I'm actually gonna thicken this bit so it won't be as far away, and this lash is also gonna come out a little bit further once everything gets a bit thickened out. Alright, so I think this is fine. Let's gonna move on to the other side. Just taking the time with this one today. I'm trying not to rush it. I don't know if we will get to see the color added. Presumably we will. Presumably it's not gonna take so long that you don't at least see some color in any of the eyes. Yeah, how have you been, Mace? Please tell me what's been going on with you. What's been going on with the rest of you? And if you guys have any more stories about your clumsiest moments, please let me know because I am super clumsy. I told my story about what happened yesterday, about nearly setting fire to 2 different places, breaking my bangle, what else? Breaking some miniatures, unfortunately. I'm monotone in my voice, low bassish, but I also despise hearing my own voice half the time. To be fair, I think most people, they don't like hearing their voice recorded back to them. Because you have a voice in your head. And you have the voice that everybody else hears. And oftentimes it's not the same voice. Because when you speak, you're hearing your own voice rattle around in your head. And then when you hear it recorded back to you, it sounds entirely different. I have too many hobbies and skills. I don't know what to do with them. Do all of them. Just start. Pick one and start doing it right now. Because I understand. I understand what it's like to have like so many interests and not enough time. Pick one. Just pick one and start doing it. At least you get something done. And as for the rest, invest in storage. Fun fact, we hear our voice through our bone vibrating. Yeah, so the vibrations of the bone often sound hang on, I'm gonna say amateur. The vibrations of the bone often sound more pleasing than the vibrations that are recorded back to us. Which is also why being a VTuber is not for everyone. Because I don't know if anybody has the same feelings, but I couldn't handle the sound of my own voice back when I first started. I really didn't like the sound of it recorded down. I've been okay. I've been working my RL job while trying to work with content stuff where I can, as well as writing my own story. It's amazing. Please do let us know when it's written out, or like if you want to talk to people and get their insight on things. I'm sure they're more than willing. Everybody loves stories in my chat. Okay. I'm going to bring this down a bit just so I can see where it's meant to be. This one starts at roughly where the pupil starts, so I think I'm also gonna have this start where the pupil starts. There's a lot of math when you're trying to do embroidery sometimes, at least when it comes to eyes, because you have to match these two together. If it was just one, it'd be easier, but I have to do two at the same time so that they're stupidly symmetrical. Oh yeah, also feel free to share more of your stories in the Discord, by the way. I always encourage people to share your stories, share your art over in the Discord. And if you need help, just feel free to ask in the general chat. Somebody is always willing to help. They're all very, very nice. Yeah, please join the Discord if you would like. Have I done this correctly? Yes, I have. There's always one eye that turns out looking better than the other. I haven't figured out which eye it is yet, but I hope it's at least one of them. I should do more winking plushies. I should do plushies that just wink so I don't need to do the other eye. Oh, that's off. Line is off. I'm a fraud. I wasn't part of the Discord. Welcome, Maze. I try to talk more on the Discord. Feel free to just chat on the Discord. I'm very quiet of a person off stream, and I don't talk as much as I should. But I'm trying my best to talk to all of you and hear all about your days on the Discord. So feel free to, just tell me more about you and what you like to do. Let me get this properly situated. Threading needles on stream, they're always really difficult. I love to make my own manga, but sometimes I love what I made will turn into a book and it takes 5 months. I understand that pain so well. I always want to try and make my own comic, but every time it starts, it stops right there. I wish I could join, but I don't use Discord. That's okay, Semma. We can still chat here. Nothing wrong with that. As long as we get to chat and share stories, that's more than enough. I understand. I wish I had advice. I wish I could say like, oh, I've accomplished all these books. Here's just what you need to do. I don't. I'm still trying to figure out how to motivate myself to, get those comics out as well. I think maybe starting small might help. But also, if you're gonna do a book, I hope you get to do it, because that'd be so amazing. Oh, that's fair. I want to chat with others as well, but I want to know my friends are available because they're either asleep or working while I'm sleeping because time zones. The dreaded time zones. Yeah, I experience that a lot. Most other VTubers that I chat with, let me get some music back. That I chat with, like Freaky and Blanket, and who else do I talk with? Dave. There's more. There's definitely more. I'm just blanking on them right now. All those VTubers, they are in the opposite time zone to me. I only made one book. That's amazing. What do you mean you only made one book? I've only painted the Mona Lisa. I don't mean to sound sarcastic, but I am. What do you mean? One book is amazing. It's a good accomplishment. I can barely make a page. You shouldn't compare. It's bad to compare. But also, like, it's good. One book is good. Keep going. Also, post that book. Let us know where that book is. Advertise the book. Hang on. I need to. Whoops. I need to stop knocking things. Time zone. Almost my sleepy time. Go and sleep if you need to. Okay. Please don't forsake your health for the stream. Please go and get plenty of rest. I'm trying to plug my computer in, but oh, okay, no, it's not my wire. It's the plug. It's the plug that's not in, and then I proceed to knock over a bunch of stuff because I'm clumsy. But yeah, if you guys need to sleep, please feel free to go ahead, get your rest, take care of your bodies. I'm so glad you spent time with me before your sleepy time. That really means a lot. Your precious time spent with Kenny over here. So yeah, make sure you get plenty of rest, okay? And also, nerd, please advertise the book. Advertise the book. What do you mean only one book? One book is a big accomplishment. But yeah, speaking of time zones again, I am often in the time zone that's different to majority of the VTubers I interact with. And even some of my chatters, we are unfortunately in different time zones. I'm so sorry about that. I usually stream at this time, but I do stream a bit early on Fridays. Being able to turn an original story to a digital or even physical book is still an amazing feat to achieve. Something I want to try and do as well when I get around to finishing the first volume. Yeah, I hope all of you make your books and you get published. And you know, regardless of what happens, you have made your mark on the world, and that is amazing. Don't put yourself down, okay? We have a rule in this chat. Don't put yourself down. You did something amazing. Embrace the fact that you did something amazing, and be proud of yourself. And be proud of the people that get inspired by you and also follow in your footsteps or have the same aspirations. But the line is very different. This is probably a little bit more curved than this one. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I'm telling myself it's fine, so I don't keep coming back to it. Yeah, is it fun? Maybe just a little. No, Teddy, stop. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. You can see the perfectionist is coming out. But I'm gonna try to move on. Not be too bogged down by the finer details. Everyone has a very good skill. Yeah, so do you. Remember, you're part of everyone as well. You have an amazing skill. Okay, that's the eyelids done. I had a phase where I wanted to write a book with a random person I meet. I kind of gave up and we don't talk anymore. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to go through that. I hope at least there were good memories from it. And if you ever want to write a book again, I'm sure there are tons of wonderful people out here who would love to write a book with you, Sema. Don't give up on it if you still have that aspiration. Okay, let me think what should be the first color we start with. Let me look at the pixel file I have, because it helped me a bit with colors. Let me see. What's the hourglass? 1363. Do I have that color? So I have a bunch of DMC thread over here. I don't know if I have every single color. Some stuff I'm gonna have to definitely eyeball a little bit. Speaking of, I'm eyeballing the eyeball. It is very close to black, but it does seem to just be a very, very dark purple. That is the pupil. Probably, maybe something like this, or maybe even this. This might be better. It's a bit darker. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this, and I'm gonna outline it a little bit in black. We're gonna do the pupil first, because I think that's where I usually start. We do the pupil, we do the entire eye, and then later on we do the lashes. And we sort of go overlapping in a way. So eye first, then lashes, and then everything else that comes on top of it. Alright, so I'm gonna use this. I think this is a bit darker. I know it's a bit hard to see, but rest assured, it is a little bit darker, so it should suit us for our purposes. A lot of embroidery is just eyeballing colors. Trying to make sure that they fit. I'm gonna try and go on for 3 hours today. It's already been about nearly 2 hours. I'm gonna try and go on for 3 hours because I'm trying to build up my stream stamina as well. Some VTubers go on for 4 or 5 hours and they're still fine. I really want to get to that level. But right now, sometimes I get sleepy. Or maybe I should try working on taking longer breaks. Which I might do. Maybe after, in 20 minutes time, we'll try taking a bit of a longer break and seeing where that leads us. So, you can see the eyes are a little bit wonky still. We're gonna try and correct that with the actual color because this is just the outline. So, what I actually want to do is bring this to be a bit more straight. And this one will be a little bit thinner than it is. So there's a lot of, I'll get a lot of trial and error when it comes to sewing eyes and all of that. Also, if you do sew eyes, I advise that you put a piece of cloth over here just so it's a little bit more structured. I probably should do that actually. Do I have anything? I have bits and pieces of cloth that I could use for that purpose. Something like this. I just snip off the excess. And I'm okay leaving it a bit loose like that. So soft cloth like this. Just very lightly pin it down first. A little bit better. Gives us a bit more tension to work with. It's not, the cloth is not so fragile because there's a bit of backing behind it. That's why you would do something like this. And as well, one thing I want to talk about, I have a lot of hobbies. I like to cross embroider, or how it's called. I used to crochet, make outfits for my sister's dolls. Oh, that's sweet. I had tons of projects that I hyper focus on, but I kind of left all of that. Is there any you would like to return to, Sema? Because I understand that. I understand it very well, actually. Because when I was younger, I did plushie making. I know it's strange. I'm doing plushie making right now. But when I was younger, I did plushie making. And I left it after 1 or 2 dolls because I didn't feel like I was very good at it. Until years and years later, when I started VTubing, and I looked at some of my Oshis and I thought, I want to try making a doll of them. I have some knowledge of how to do it. So, okay, let me try and do 1 or 2 of them. So I did 1 or 2 of them. And then I fell back in love with making plushies. And I realized that even though it had been a long time, I wanted to get back into the hobby. And I wanted to make more dolls. And I wanted to make more VTubers feel seen and happy. Especially those that don't have a plushie of their own. And here we are. So, you know, it's never too late to get back into a hobby. You might realize that you actually have fallen in love with parts of it that you might not have fallen in love with before. And it always feels good to return to an old friend. Of course, if you have new hobbies, then all the better. And yeah, maybe try returning to somewhere where you've been before. Just see how that feels for you. I'm gonna try and be very careful in making these eyes, because they're not easy eyes. They're not. The shape is really hard actually, because they are like this. They're slit pupils, but they're not perfectly slits. They're not like a triangle. They're kind of slightly curved to look a little bit softer, which is what I am trying to achieve with this. So I'm gonna go a bit off the marking here to try and achieve that shape. I have a sad backstory that I can't share with you, but I learned to forget it. Thank you for firstly for sharing that you do have a sad backstory, and also thank you for being considerate about not sharing it here, and also taking care of your own privacy. And also good that you have learned to forget it. As long as you're doing okay, nerd, then that's all that matters. And good on you that you're able to talk about it without facing too much on it. I would like my crochet phase to come back. I have 3 projects that I started and need just a bit of time to finish. I can't make myself to go finish them. Would you like some, not really advice, but maybe a bit of stuff like I've experienced, like trying to make plushies? I know they're not the same thing, but maybe it might help. If you quit something because you're too bad in it, learn from your mistakes. Everyone is a beginner, says IP Nerd. Exactly. Everyone starts somewhere. Talent does exist. We can't be blind to that. We can't say that, oh, talent is never. Talent exists. Some people are naturally talented at things. And, good for them. But also, talent is just a starting point. It's not the end of the race. So, firstly, don't compare yourself to others. Okay, that's bad. Everyone has their own journey. You shouldn't compare yourself to the people around you. You should just focus on yourself. And if you do compare, then tell yourself it don't matter. Because one day you're gonna make something of yourself. But also, only for hobbies, right? Only do it if you have fun. I see a lot of people feel obligated to finish something because I started this, it's my hobby now. I have to finish it, I don't have a choice. I don't think that's the right way to go about it. Because a hobby is meant to be fun, okay? A hobby is always meant to be fun. You're always meant to enjoy a hobby. If you're not having fun with it, then stop. Stop, take care of yourself. And once you realize that, I think it becomes easier to get it back into your hobbies, because you only do it when it's fun. You get to relax and you say, hey, why am I doing this if it's not fun? Alright? That's the most important part. Thank you, Goody. Thank you. I'm trying my best to get these eyes right on Kuromiya. She is a bit difficult. She's very simple shapes, but because of the simplicity of the shapes, there's less room to mess up. Because some VTuber eyes, you can sort of fudge it a little bit. You can change the shapes a little bit and it still look like them. But Kuromiya has such particular eyes that they are so specific and they're so clean that you can see every little detail of them. So I'm trying to be as close as possible in the shape. And thank you. I try to put as much effort into my plushie eyes, because they're the most important part, I think. If your plushie don't have the correct eyes, then it could look like somebody else. And yeah, for as much as I complain about making plushies, because I like to complain, I like to complain like, oh, it's so complicated, it's taking so much time, why do you have such details to your design that don't make sense, that sort of thing. I still actually am having fun with plushie making. I just enjoy complaining. It's part of complaining is part of life. I say the eyes are the windows to the soul, of the soul. I agree, which is why mine is a blank void of space, because my soul is lost. I'm trying to with a single thread this time. Just thread through. Watch me fail at threading a needle. Such a big needle as well as for embroidery, but it's still so hard to get threads through them. I agree, you can see so much when you look into someone's eyes. I think the best actors, they are able to give so much emotion to their eyes. Have you seen, honestly, any of the actors in The Boys? They have really good acting with the eyes. Of course, the director is directing them. Hello, meteorite. Tene. MSTNSASHS paid a visit. What? Wait, who? Make sure Tene squats and take coffee squat. Oh no, was that a squat redeem? Did I not see? There's no squat redeem, not yet. Not yet, right? How Cosmy Roach? Oh no. Not the squats. Let me finish the eyes first. Let me finish the outline of the pupil. I need to go back in and do a bit more of it. Wait, I misclicked. No! Goody got it before you did. Okay, we're gonna do squats. Chat keeps staying healthy. Nice and Berkeley. Okay, that's the squats, everyone. If you need to do a bunch of squats before you head to bed, or you just want to get ready for the morning, or it's the afternoon and you need to do an exercise, do 10 squats together. 1, 2, as my chat gloats. 3, 4. Make sure your legs are shoulder length apart. 5, 6. I can hear my old knees cracking. 7, 8, 9. Last one. 10. Okay. That's good. Make sure you stretch. Before. Good workout before I start studying. That's good. Make sure to study hard, Goody. Yeah. Yes, Goody. You have called my name. I think I heard something crack. Over with you or with me when I squatted? Oh no! Can you stand? Is your muscle aching? Did you stretch? Good luck with your study. Maybe lie down a second. Take care of your body. Are you okay, Goody? Is everyone okay after squats? Yeah, I can stand. Okay. It might just be your bones popping. They do that. They do that at a certain age. The age where you can no longer say that you are young and fresh. Yeah, I think so. Oh no. Okay. Maybe no more squats until you're sure that you are completely back to full health. We are cracking bones left and right. What do you mean? I'm the youngest chatter wherever I go. Is that a good thing? I don't know if that's a good thing, Goody. Oh, wait, I did this wrong. I wanted to double string this. This is a single string. I guess I just have to go over everything twice. Hello, Lynn. Hello, Brit to you too. We are just doing eye embroidery as always. Trying to get things right. There's got a bit of double vision going on because I'm going against the outline. Just trying to fix it a bit. How are you? Such a chill stream today. I'm so happy. Am I yapping too much? No! You can never yap too much on a 10A stream. Sometimes I need to yap more to quiet. No, I love all the yappers. I love people chatting and talking with me. You know, VTubers, they say you gotta get used to nobody talking at all. So you have to chat even when nobody's talking and it's really awkward. So I love when people are chatting with me. You look familiar, but I can't tell. Did you see me in a dream? I don't think I'm that familiar. Maybe I look like somebody you know. That you used to know. But no, I don't have If anyone ever asks, I don't have a past life. Nobody has asked, so I don't think anybody suspects me of having a past life, to be honest. Tene is an idol. You would not want to hear me sing. Ears get blown. I'm just having a great time. That's good. Please continue having a great time, nerd. I love chatting with you guys. I love it when you guys are chatty. So I like asking you guys questions and listening to you guys. I prefer listening to people most of the time rather than talking, unless it's D&D. And if it's D&D, you can't get me to shut up. Or if it's about Cats the movie and how bad it is, you also can't get me to shut up about that. I think I saw a shot of Tene, saved it, and recognized you when you started a D&D stream. The second episode, I think. Oh, did you come in then? That was so long ago. Our D&D streams. We do D&D streams with chat. There's none this week, but next week there should be a D&D stream if I've planned it out accordingly. I love playing D&D chat. I love playing D&D in general. In fact, speaking of D&D, yesterday, unless you want to be otherwise, 10 will always be 10, yeah. Speaking of yesterday, I did D&D. I did D&D with people. I asked you guys for a bunch of suggestions on how to make things scary, and you gave me so many good suggestions. Throwing in powerful creatures at them, clowns, which I couldn't do. I did something just as scary. I gave them harpies that they had to try to avoid listening to the music of. And I had an aboleth following them. And if you don't know what aboleths are, they're basically Cthulhu-like. The Cthulhu-like, but they're in the sea. Is it a sin if I'm not quite familiar with D&D? It's not a sin. It just means there's time for you to get familiar with D&D. Also, let me run you through it, Sema. So, for those who don't know, I am a professional D&D game master. I do run games for people. People do pay me to run games. I don't advise going to it as a full career because it's not always sustainable unless you work really, really hard at it, which I am trying my best to. It's basically a role-playing combat game. It's a collaborative role-playing combat game. The way I like to introduce it to people who have never heard about it before is that it's a storytelling game. It's a storytelling game where you're all working together to tell stories where your characters are the main characters. And the game master's job is to help create the world and the consequences that your characters will be facing. So what can happen in D&D? Everything can happen in D&D. Anything within reason, of course. You wanna fly? If you have wings, then go ahead and fly. Lin has a pun. I asked the surgeon if I could administrate my own anesthesia, and he says, "Sure, knock yourself out." I like that. That's funny. I like puns. I want your opinion. What do you want my opinion on? I will surely give it. Unless it's something to, if it's a trivia question. Sorry, where was I? Yes, so D&D is a world where anything can happen. As a professional game master, we have safety rules because D&D is a game that can become very deep, so we want to have rules of safety. So anything can happen as long as it's within reason and you're comfortable with it happening. It's a game, so you don't want to be crossing over into any boundaries. For example, some people are very, very scared of spiders to a detrimental degree. They have very intense arachnophobia. As long as they tell us, hey GM, Tene, I've got this really big fear of spiders. I don't want to see them even in the game. Please don't put that in. Then I will go, yes, please don't put them in. I won't put them in at all. Well, I said, do you recommend D&D? Yes, I do actually. I believe that there is a table for every player out there. Now, if you go and try D&D and the first time you don't quite like it, I encourage you to look for places that you think would fit your style. So can I romance a dragon like Donkey Freshek if you roll high enough? Sure. But it has to be, reasonable. Like, you can't go up to a bad guy and say, hey, I want you to be good. And then the DM goes, okay, roll. No, we don't do that, okay? There are some things you just can't do. Like if you want to fly but you don't have wings, no matter what you do, you're never going to be able to fly. So there are real world sort of expectations that are in D&D, but it is a game where you can still try anything. Hello Putra, have a lovely great day love from Indonesia. Hello, thank you so much for all the love from Indonesia. I hope you're having a good day as well. I'm sorry I'm on a rant about D&D now, but feel free to love, feel free to chat as long as you have fun. D&D is like S&M with less kinky sometimes and more stories. That's not wrong. It's not wrong. But D&D can be fun, family-friendly adventure, or it can also, you know, it can go into deeper topics like horror D&D. Some people like getting into like really heavy psychological topics, and their players enjoy that. But find a table that works for you, because it's so vast, it's so wide. It's like saying, do you like board games? Of course you're gonna ask what kind of board games. So I don't know if it's my browser or YouTube Live kind of small volume. Is it too soft? It should be the same volume across all platforms. Someone said D&D? Yeah, I love D&D. I'm a professional game master, so I do host D&D for people. So as I was saying, find a table that fits you. So D&D, oftentimes there's a few different categories. Of course, there's a genre. Some people love horror D&Ds. They love going to the deep dark and getting monsters. Other people, not so much into the horror. Maybe they want a very light-hearted adventure. And other people, they love fantasy. They want a high fantasy adventure. Maybe somebody wants a deep political story. Other people just want to a straightforward go and kill the big bad beast adventure, right? So there's those sorts of there's a genre. Firstly of all, find the genre that you think you like the most. Secondly, in D&D and any other TTRPG system, but D&D is the main one. Some people tend towards three categories. They can. The first one is combat. Some people love only fighting. They love the numbers. They love making game-breaking builds. So they're gonna go everything combat. They don't care too much about the story, and that's okay. You can find a table that is just looking to do combats, and you can test your character. Other people, they like storytelling. So they will go and find games that are more story focused, a lot of role play where you get to pretend to talk to NPCs and you know, figure out stories, figure out your own stories. And then there are those that are in between, you know, which is, you know, majority of people, they like a little bit of combat and a little bit of role play, and that makes them happy. I'm so sorry, I'm getting on a rant on D&D. I know there are messages in chat. Love from the Philippines says nerd. Hello, thank you for the love from the Philippines. D&D can vary between each table, that's very true. My volume is max on YouTube on my laptop and it's good enough. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry if you're getting... did I get deleted or blocked? It might be the search. If you play roleplay heavy class, subclass in a combat heavy table, ouchie. Yeah. So if you go to a table that is story focused and you want combat only, you're not gonna have a good time. That is... you know, yeah, if you go to a bread store looking for meat, you're not gonna find any meat there. You're gonna be upset, but you can't blame the bread store. Go to a meat store. Go and find a table that's combat heavy. And if you have no idea what you like, play a beginner session first. Some places offer beginner sessions, taster sessions. And you can see what part of D&D appeals to you. Or if you want to try a very, very simple form of D&D, come and play with my D&D chat usually on Fridays, every other week. So this week there's no D&D chat, but next week there should be a D&D chat where we are going through various encounters, trying to climb the tower to meet our ultimate goal at the top. You don't need to know too much about it, and it is a very simple form of D&D, but it can give you a bit of a taste about what you like about D&D. I think it's fun. I think everyone should try it at least once, and with an open mind, and see, you know, where it leads them. But the only thing is you gotta be open to being a nerd. The thing about D&D is you gotta be open-minded and willing to be a bit of a nerd. You don't need to, you know, dress up or come in costume or talk in monologue, but you gotta be open to just trying to be a different character for a while. 2 hours passed already. Oh yeah, I was supposed to take a small break, but let me finish up this D&D section with you guys first. I'll come back and I'll talk more about it. It sounds interesting. It's very interesting. And once you start D&D, you'll realize that it is not the only system out there. So what D&D is called a TTRPG, which stands for tabletop, because you're playing it on the table, role playing, because you're playing a role game. And D&D is not the only one that exists. There are tons of TTRPGs out there. Hello, Vanilla Mouse! Thank you so much for the raid! Hello, Raiders! How are you guys? What were you playing? Fresh out of the oven to warm up your day. Hello, my day is sufficiently warmed. I'm Tene, I'm your D&D loving, plushie making Vtuber who crash landed in the post-apocalypse. And today we are making a plushie, making a VTuber into a plushie as always. And also chatting a lot about D&D. Because I love D&D. I'm a professional game master on the side. And it is absolutely my bread and butter. But how are you guys? If you need to raid and rest, please go ahead. What were you guys playing? Yay, D&D! Exactly, D&D. I was just telling people, D&D is known as a TTRPG, tabletop role-playing game. And once you start getting to D&D, you realize that it's not the only system that's out there. There are tons of other systems that exist that are their own systems. For example, Call of Cthulhu is a horror version where the players have less chance to fight back. So if you enjoy horror and you enjoy a different system where you're rolling different kinds of dice and you are a bit more helpless than usual, go and play Call of Cthulhu. Or if you don't like numbers, Dread. Dread exists. Dread is a game where instead of rolling dice, you're pulling blocks out of a Jenga tower, and if that Jenga tower falls, then you fail. I've been playing Persona 5. I've been using 5e so far, but I tried Daggerheart. Yes, Daggerheart is a new system I did learn recently. It comes from Critical Role, if I'm not wrong. It's getting super popular now. And it has I forget what it's called, but there's a bit of a tension system where the DM, the game master or dungeon master, can drop like points into something where they can make a decision that changes the whole campaign. I'm not explaining it very well, but I can't remember the rules right now. The live chat went from motivational speech to D&D to love from. It can be all three. Daggerheart, that sounds familiar. It's a system created by one of the Critical Role members, I think. It's similar to D&D, but it is more role-play heavy. So there are less numbers, more storytelling. And I think there's an option to have like cool story moments. Or you can retcon certain things in the story, if I'm not wrong. So it is a more story-driven RPG system. But there are many RPG systems that exist out there. And if you try D&D and you think like, oh, I like D&D, but I wish it was more of this, look out at all the other RPG systems out there. Role-playing games are so fun because you get to be whoever you want to be for a little while. You get to experience their stories. The only thing I'll say is understand that consequences can happen, okay? If you want to power game a TTRPG, it is probably not going to work in your favor because role-playing games are all about letting yourself experience the world and experience your character stories. There will be sad moments. There will be moments where you're like, oh, I can't believe this happened. But as long as you keep an open mind and you accept that, you are not your character. At the end of the day, it's just a game. There's a line between who you are and who your character is. Then you can have so much fun with it. It's like watching a movie play out in real time. Your voice is a bit quiet sometimes on a max volume on YouTube. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me shift my mic a bit. It might have fallen a bit. That's why it's a bit soft. Is this a bit better? I'll try and speak a little bit louder as well. I might have gotten a bit too excited. And the mic shifts. So need to be open-minded, yeah. But also, open-minded is one thing. Don't just, how do I say? Safety is important. Don't let your limits be ignored. make sure that if you are uncomfortable with something, voice it out. If your game master is, you know, decent person, then they will say, yeah, I understand this makes you uncomfortable. Okay, we're not gonna do it. Everybody here is an adult at this table. We won't do anything that makes somebody feel uncomfortable. And if your game master is really mean and they say, I don't care, I'm just gonna do it, then don't go with that game master, alright? Game masters need to take care of player safety. I quite like Die Hard so far. I only played 5e and Vampire the Masquerade until now. I have some D&D friends who are running Vampire the Masquerade. I am a professional game master, and I have friends who are in this industry as well. And they're running Vampire the Masquerade. Now, I don't know how the system works, but I've been hearing they're having a lot of fun with it, a lot of intrigue that's happening. So yes, Vampire the Masquerade, another system that exists. I don't know a lot about it, vanilla. Maybe you can tell me a bit more. How does it work? Is it very roleplay heavy? Are there a lot of dice? And yeah, you can also come up with your own systems of TTRPGs. That's the beauty of it. It's open to everyone. I can hear now. Yay! Okay, I made the mic a little bit. I shifted it a bit towards me. Vampire, the drama, the politics. Yeah, it's very good for people who love intrigue, I believe. From what I know, there is a lot of secrets that happen at the table there. As always, very important, I want to stress to people who are new to D&D, safety and comfort is always number one. Never play with a GM that doesn't care about your safety and comfort or the well-being of the table. If it's with friends, you know what, it's okay, you're all friends, you can usually talk to one another, but the game master, it's their responsibility, no matter who they are, to make sure that everyone is having fun, everyone is comfortable, and everyone feels safe. Okay? D&D should never be a game that pushes your boundaries to a point where you're uncomfortable or you feel like you are at an emotional tipping point. It can touch you, it can make you feel things. Sometimes it can even help you realize certain things about yourself. But it should always just be a game. Don't go into it expecting therapy. Don't go into it expecting to be frightened or to be pushed past your ability. Okay? The most important thing, put yourself first. And of course, be aware and kind to the players around you. Treat them like how you want to be treated. There's only D10s, and the amount of D10s you roll is determined by a character skill level. Your success is determined by the amount of dice that roll over. Oh, it's a bit similar to Cthulhu. Am I wrong? I hope no one reads this. I'm sorry, Lynn. I read it. I'm sorry, I read it. Good time. Here's a quick tip. If you want rounder eyes, try the Lazy Daisy Stitch. It gives a petal-like look. Lazy Daisy Stitch. I need to look that up. Lazy. I don't know the names very well. Lazy Daisy Stitch. I might know it by a different name. I see it. Oh, it's interesting. Okay, I think I know how it's done. I think I've seen this. Where it's anchored at a certain point. Oh, God. I see it. Yeah, I do that with a line sometimes. Not as often, which I should do more often. But thank you so much, Nerd. That's a good tip. Tip. That's a good tip. I did do it. I don't know if you can see. I don't know where I did it. I did it on one of the curved lines, but I don't know where it is now. But thank you. That's a good tip. Especially for anybody embroidering out there. Oh, but yeah, I love D&D, and I want more people to get into it because I think it's such a fun game. And you know, people who are really into it, they're so super dedicated. I've done session 0, a bit of a combat test around my thief rogue, and I'll say, why am I in the front? A thief rogue should never be in the front. They should always be in the shadows. It's just my opinion. And yeah, it gets very nerdy. Be prepared for some very nerdy stuff. Like you're gonna get into character classes, and you're gonna get into the numbers can be confusing, but there are a lot of devices nowadays that help you with the numbers. So don't worry too much about math. I'm very bad at math, and I'm a professional GM. Yeah. Just trust your GM. Your GM should have all the knowledge as well to help you out. And they'll teach you, if they're good GMs, they'll teach you how to play the game. And yeah, I heard that I hope that is good for you. For your explanation, I might try. Good. I hope you do, nerd, and come and tell us all about it. How it goes. Make sure you're going for a beginner campaign and not accidentally getting to a high level one. I've had uh this is a story of somebody in my group. They came to we have a session zero. Session zero is where you set expectations and you talk about safety and stuff and you create your characters usually. Oh, bye Vanilla. Have a good sleep. Everyone say bye bye to Vanilla. Thank you so much Vanilla for coming around. It's so nice to meet you and chat about D&D. Hope I get to see you around. Thank you for raiding. Where was I? Oh yes. In my group, where I am a player, the group that I'm not a DM in, there was one player who in session zero. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the bunker, Vanilla. Oh yes, your name is very cute by the way, Vanilla Mousse Cake. There was one player who came into session zero, and it was a high level roleplay combat game. So I was going there like, yeah, I'm experienced enough with D&D. I want to do this high roleplay game. She starts out by saying, "Oh, it is a long campaign. That's very important context. It's a long campaign." And she goes, "Oh, one day I would like to try a long campaign. But right now I think I'm just gonna give a little taste of what D&D is like." And we all looked at her and said, sorry, but do you know that this is a long campaign?" And she was like, "Oh, it is?" Apparently forgot to read the description. Just signed up for the first campaign she saw. Bless her heart. And she said, "Okay, it's a long campaign. I guess I'll just go with this campaign and see what happens." And when I tell you, she is one of the most amazing players. She's amazing at roleplay, and our DM was really good in teaching her how to get into combat and how to read the rules properly. And she has just blossomed into such a great long-term player. She was still playing together to this day. The campaign hasn't ended yet. And yeah, it's amazing to see somebody go from I've never really played much D&D, I want to try a long campaign, oh, this is a long campaign, to being just one of the best role players and one of the best players I've ever seen. That's a top tier player. Bless her heart indeed. Yeah, she's amazing. She's so good at role playing as well. She's a very smart person in real life, alright? But she plays dumb blonde characters so well. She can put on the Valley Girl accent and play like she has the best dumb blonde jokes. So, an example I'll give is there was this door that is magically sealed, and it was like a test for mages. And there's this spell called Knock, which can open unlock doors. So we're puzzling over this door, and then her character goes, "Oh, I'm gonna cast Knock on it." And of course it was, because that's what the spell does. But when we asked her, like, "Oh, how did you know to cast Knock on it?" She's like, "Well, the spell is called Knock. And when a door is locked, it's only polite to try knocking on it," right? So by accident, she solved it. And her reasoning was so good. I can't capture the essence of a dumb blonde well enough. She said it so well. I love the character. What do Olympic sprinters eat before a race? Nothing. They fast. I like that, Lynn. Thank you for giving me puns still. That's a really good pun. But yes, for those who are thinking about trying D&D after this as well, there's a whole bunch of character stuff that you need to go through. I'll keep it simple for you. There are stats. You don't need to worry too much about the stats. Your DM should help you with those. There's two things you need to decide. The first one, what is your species? Because D&D is a fantasy realm. There is sci-fi modules as well. But for beginners, I usually say go for the straight fantasy first. There are different species, like, there's the usual elves that's popular, orcs, giants, and there's a whole bunch of other species that they've expanded out to. There's like over 30 at this point. Don't need to worry too much about them. If you just want to play a regular human, more than fine. And then second thing is class. So there are many classes that have happened because of things like expansions or DLCs to D&D. People keep writing in new classes, and that's wonderful. But the main classes that I'll tell you right now are, if you want to hit stuff, many times, be a fighter. If you want to hit stuff hard, be a barbarian. If you want to hit stuff sneakily and sometimes from range, be a rogue. If you want to hit stuff and talk about God, be a paladin. If you want to shoot stuff, be a rogue. Don't be a ranger. Rangers are still not that great. If you want to heal people, be a cleric. And if you want to do magic, and you want to do magic because you're really smart, be a wizard. If you want to do magic because somebody asked, hey kid, do you want to do magic? And you said yes to them, be a warlock. If you want to do magic and you want to be a nepo baby, be a sorcerer. Am I missing any classes? Oh yes. If you just want to seduce things or use your words to hurt people, be a bard. What else? There's probably more that I'm missing, but those are like the main classes that are there. It can be confusing at first because like, why are there 3 different magic classes? The answer is that the way they get their magic is different. But you don't need to worry too much about it. Just figure out what you like. Unga Bunga by the name of the Lord. How long are you gonna sew for? I think I will take a short break now actually. I'll take a short break for about 10 minutes. I'll come back and we're gonna try and do another 30 minutes of us just sewing and yapping, okay? That's how long we're gonna try to go for. At least for this round. I'm having a really fun time yapping with everyone. So yeah, let's take a quick 10-minute break. Why is there 3 different classes in D&D? Yes! The answer is yes. There's more if you look at all the expansions. I'll explain more about them in a bit. Let's take a short break. Okay? Everyone go get your water, go take care of yourself. We'll be back in 10 minutes time. Bye-bye.